Hi, it's Jill from Crafty Things by Jill, as promised. And today I would like to show how I made these hidden bag pockets that you can put in journals on pages. This side is completely glued down. And to show you what I mean, I do have one in here. Here it is. And move it over a little. And it's completely glued down, so it opens. It just opens like that, and you can put little items in it, and that's all it is. But they're really cute, and you can make them with the bag bottoms that we cut off of sandwich bags instead of throwing them away. So let's get started. I have two different sizes. These are not the only sizes, but this was from, I believe, Walmart, or in the bag, like by the Ziplocs and stuff. You get a whole pack of them for, like, I don't know, $1.50. And this was also from Walmart in the baking or party section. And I'm going to make one of each. I didn't want to bore everyone with loads of inking or even cutting. I did save some to show you how to cut, but this big one I've already cut the pieces, so I'll just show you what the pieces are. This is the bottom of the bag, and this is the part that would get glued onto your page. So if you would be looking at this part, this is the part that gets glued. For ease, I take the bottom, the part that gets glued to the page, and I just follow that with a pencil line so that I know where to cut the bag off. So I'll just get my pencil. Even though I've already, you can use the scissors for that. I use my cutter. So I just draw a line right there. This one's already cut. This one's not, but I also just drew the line right down there. There's the line where I want to cut. There's the line I want to cut on. Here are my pieces. So once it's cut, this piece will go on here. This won't be here. So let's cut that off first. I use my cutter, this one, but you can use a scissors or your guillotine style. And I'm not too fussy. Honestly, if it sticks out a little, if it doesn't stick out, I'm not. These we already know we keep for who knows what. We keep everything. Okay. So there would be your top. And you'd glue. Again, I don't measure, and because every bag I seem to use is slightly different, I'll show you how I measure for the pieces on this one, which I didn't do yet. But I just wanted to give you an idea of what goes into just one of them. So this one, as you can see, I've already inked and I rounded the edges. You don't have to. And I like to leave it with a tiny border around. You can ink around your bag if you want, or you don't have to. That will get glued there. Then here's where it opens. You want to completely fold that over. Then you want to put a piece here. And again, I just sort of leave a little tiny bit around, and I rounded the corners. Here's the part you don't have to do at all. I had a little piece left over, so I just figured I would cut it for here. I just think it just sort of helps with the flimsiness or whatever. But I don't always do it. I didn't do it on this one. I did do it on this one. It just depends if you want to do it or not. I did cut the piece to show you for this one. And then, so those would be glued like that. And this piece would be glued on the back of this, like that. And it would stick out like that. So, let's just glue this one together so you can see what it looks like when it's done. Again, you just want to make sure that you put the bottom of the bag is the part that gets glued to your page. So I just put a little bit of extra glue. I want to make sure that it's completely solid. Just want to make sure that once it's glued to the page, it's going to stay there. And I use art glitter glue. I used to use Fabri-Tac. I still use Fabri-Tac a lot because, to be honest, I normally need a little time to maneuver things around because I never set them down exactly where I want them. And Fabri-Tac gives me that little bit of time, just those couple seconds of time to maneuver the pages around, the page around how I want it. All right, close enough, and that's not upside down, so it's a win. Okay. On the inside, not inside, there's your inside. You're not touching the inside. We're going to put this flap over, and because I'm definitely going to use this, I'm going to glue this one here. And I want to glue it closer to the seam or a fold in the bag because I'm gluing this onto that piece. That will make more sense in a minute. So maybe I'll glue this one on first, this one, which will go down here. So I just thought if I just had one prepped and ready to put together, you could see how easy it really is. I really do I don't measure, I just sort of hold the paper up and mark on the paper where I want to trim it or cut it. I don't measure because, to be honest, some of these bags are not, they're not square, they're not perfect. So, all right, probably should have waited for that last. And this is cardstock. Over here, I'm using paper. And the reason on this one I chose paper is because this one's a much heavier, this one's slightly heavier duty of a bag. You can still use cardstock. It doesn't really matter. I just, on these flimsy ones from Walmart, I really like to use cardstock better. You don't have to. I have one here ready to be made with paper, but I like cardstock and on the thinner bags. But it's strictly whatever you prefer or what you have. And this one, on all these, every one of them, every one of these, I'm using scraps from other projects, including this. This was just a half of a sheet. Didn't that go down? I'm using a half a sheet from something I used before and didn't use all of. Okay. My little fold is off. Let's get the fold on there. There we go. And that's what I mean about not quite getting it usually right where I want it when I first put it down. I'm really bad at that. So do I have to put, yeah, I do. So I'll put a little bit more glue here. And on this side, I think it was a tiny bit more. So as you can see, how fast, once you have your pieces ready to go, now you can decide. You can put your opening up, down, you can make them short, doesn't matter. I'm going to put mine in the middle because personally I just feel these work better when they're pulling exactly from closer to the center. So that's where I'm going to put mine. So I'm just going to put the glue on here, and I'm keeping the glue down a little bit closer to the bottom. Even a little much. Because it doesn't have to be exactly centered, but okay. Turn it around. And then this is going to get put here, so I hope I'm in frame. I managed to keep working my whatever I'm working on closer and closer to me, because I'm kind of working further out than what I normally would. And there you have it. I mean, it's that simple, right? So I'm going to show you this one because I didn't do anything other than mark it. And again, the bottom part of the bag, which you want to make sure is glued, this one is, that's what gets glued to your paper. So first we're going to trim it. Pick that up. Okay. Can erase your pencil line. Okay, that is the back. So what we're going to do now is, I was hoping to get some of the darker, maybe even this part on. So if I put it here, as you can see, I already put a little mark right there. And I'm going to put a little mark right here. So I'm just going to cut right there. Just see something. Where does that go? All right, so if I leave it up like that, I'm just going to mark, oh, I already did mark right down there. So I'm going to cut it across here, and then this is the piece I want from here to here. Is that marking there? Like I said, these are cutoffs from other projects, so sometimes I still have little pencil marks on them. We're going to cut this across here first, just because. I better spin it around or I'll get it wrong. Because I'm hoping to have enough paper to still not just cover the front, but to do one side of the back. Because on this one, because it's thicker, I don't feel like I need to do that side. If I have enough paper, I might, but otherwise, I won't really bother. All right, just want to double check. All right. Okay, that looks about right. My mark is right there. That looks about right. So can I see my mark? Yep, it's right there. It's harder for me to see from this angle. So for the top. Now we're going to measure and see if we can make the side piece out of one of these two. Oh yeah, yep. Oh yeah, I could actually make this would go this way. I think I could do this, and I'm going to mark it. We want a little ways all the way around, so I'm just going to mark it here and cut that off. I hope this is making sense, and I hope I'm not confusing anyone. Okay, keeping that. You'll find out on another video why I'm keeping those. Alright, and is it too long? Kind of is. Kind of is. I think I'm just going to take my scissors though and just... I can't cut with scissors. Oh my goodness. If there's... See? How do I do it? How do I do it? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to mark it. Going to mark it, otherwise it's going to be like one of those bangs where you try to cut your own bangs, so you just keep trimming, and then the left side's crooked, and then you trim the left side, and then the right side's crooked, and then trim. You just go back and forth until you have no bangs. Alright, let's see if I can... I don't even know if my cutter will even do this. But that's why I said these bags are not square. They're usually not all that worried about. Okay, good enough. And I can decide if I want this here. I don't know if I want to go through that. I don't think I will. I think I will do the corners just because I have my tiny corner rounder, my handy dandy little sorry if I was out of frame again. I work to my... I'm either always too far to the left or too far to the right. Also, sorry if I get my hair in there, my head. Oh, did it wrong. Why is it that I do get paper caught in it? Must have got paper caught in it. Well, that I'm gonna have to try and clean up for now. I don't know why it would have completely chopped it, but I guess I will have to fix that when I decorate it. We will have to fix that because, again, these aren't decorated unless, I mean, you don't have to decorate them, but if you want to, you definitely can decorate them. And this one will have to get decorated. Just want to make sure when I glue it on that I glue it on the correct way. And there we go. All right. Oh, I got something stuck in there, but we'll give it another go. Can't really see if I'm all the way, not putting it all the way in. I don't know what I did. I don't know why it's, oh, I don't know what I did. I don't know how I broke it. If I got glue or something stuck in there. Don't know. Don't know. There we go. There was something stuck in there, a little piece of rolled paper or something. Anyway, it's out now, so it's a win-win. Keep pulling it closer and closer at me because I can't see what I'm doing. I wonder why when I put the paper in this way, it puts a notch in. That's funny. Well, I'll have to dig out one of my other ones. I have a couple. Actually, dig it out right now. Just I normally. This is a different size one, so this one will puts in a bigger round. But I don't know if I can take out the mistake that's already in there, because that's pretty. Whoop, that's pretty deep. Okay, that did it. So we'll just give this a quick. Maybe I'll do that with this one. See if that. Again, I don't know if it's pretty chompy. But it helped a little. I can still have to end up decorating it. Okay, good enough. Again, just want to make sure I get, okay. You can open them this way or left-handed open if you want. Then you just have to decorate the same way. You just make sure that when you glue your paper down, you know if you want it to open or pull to the left or pull to the right. But once you glue this on, whichever way you glue it on, you're stuck with that way. So you may want to pay attention to that a tiny bit. So I'm just gonna put that on, and then top on, front, up top, front on. There you go. I mean, it's really fast and it's really easy. Once you make one, it's really fast and easy. That's all I can say. I think I'm gonna do this way. Definitely want to darken it up a little bit. Take any brightness. I think it will look better. I think. Fold it. I can, okay, open it, and glue it on. Whoop. Guess it doesn't really matter, so I'm just going to glue this on to the back. This part on. To the inside. There it is. There it is. I mean, really, they truly only take a couple minutes, and they're really fun to make. I think they're fun to make. This one too, I just cut the 3 pieces, and I like to, since we did 2 rounded edges, corners, we'll just do this one without, like the other one. So you don't have to just take your scraps and try to make little booklets and tags. You can literally grab a couple bags. That will get glued on there. Let me see which one is which. Don't know if one is bigger than the other. Let me see. No, pretty much the same. All right. I will just ink these, and I'm hoping anyone who was interested in making these had a few items with them, so you could make them along with me. But if not, you can always rewatch the video after this time, get a feel for it, then rewatch the video while making yours. You don't even need a ruler. I don't know about you, but I go through a ton of ink, and I don't know entirely when I need to buy a new ink pad. I just keep adding ink and adding ink and adding ink. How do you know when you need a new ink pad? If anyone else knows when they know that they need a new ink pad, let me know, because I really don't know. Maybe I should have tried making one with Fabri-Tac, just so I had time to schmooze it around a little. Okay. All right, let's see. What's the other one? Which one do I want to see? I guess it doesn't matter. It's all the same. Pretty close to all the same. Whoop. Okay. Hands on. And again, this actually was not my idea at all. Let me get the name of the woman of her channel that I seen make this. It was Liz the Paper Project. That's her channel. Obviously, I believe her name would be Liz. Just assuming that, and you know what they say about assumptions. But again, it's Liz the Paper Project. She has a video where she makes these. That is where I seen how to make these. So please go look at her channel. She has a fabulous channel. And thanks to her, I make these and put them in so many of my lap books, like I showed you at the beginning of the video. And my tiny little mini journals, I've put them in. I use these a lot because I think they're so unexpected. and I really enjoy putting little things inside them that are also unexpected to whoever becomes the new owner of one of my journals. I don't know if I should even perhaps make a bunch of these and list them in my Etsy shop, so somebody who doesn't want to be bothered making them. Oh, which one? What to do? Okay, don't really like that. I don't know. I hate to use the same one, but it's probably all from the same paper pack. I don't remember now. I just cut all these out and don't remember if it's coordinating a paper pack, and that's why it looks okay together. So that's simple. That's simple and easy, which is really is what I'm trying to do, is bring to YouTube easy, like things you could relax while you make and not worry about numbers and measuring and perfection, and just sit and have a nice time. And enjoy. I mean, you know, everyone enjoys crafting, even if you're a crafter, and even the hard projects and the very detailed projects, and that's for sure. And I have them as well, and I love doing them even when they're very much a challenge. I really enjoy them, but I also enjoy sometimes just easy. So there you go. What's that? 20 minutes or less. 20 minutes or less, and we have these 3 cute, really cute secret hidden pockets, which work like that. I once or close, I've never had a problem with them, you know, opening or things spilling out. I don't know why I'm flipping through. I wouldn't suggest putting, you know, beads or something like that in there. I'd put flat things in there, but I've always had good luck, and like I said, I actually put them in almost all my journals because I just love these things. So thanks, Liz. Thanks, Liz, from Liz the Paper Project, and I hope you guys have fun making them. And if you do decide to make some, please post them on Instagram and tag me in them so that I can see what kind of ways you come up to even improve on them. So, okay. Well, thanks for joining me. Have fun.